They get lots of followers and lots of views. And then crickets. Visibility ain't the same thing as getting paid. Create a compelling narrative. Build relationships. Everybody's touched, moved, and inspired. That is the philosophy of one who wins at being on podcasts. Welcome to an exciting episode of the podcast, The Thought Leader Revolution. I'm your host, Nicky Billou, and this is Thought Leader Nuggets number 143. And today, we're going to talk about the difference, the crucial difference between visibility and getting paid. There's all sorts of people in the world of podcast guesting that are selling the sizzle of visibility. The reason you're not making money is because nobody knows who you are. You need visibility. Yeah. The more people see you, the more money you're going to make. Yeah. And people buy into it. They go, yeah, you're right. More people need to know me. So let me go on all kinds of podcasts. Let me be out there on social media. Let me put myself out there. And they do it. And they get lots of followers and lots of views. And then crickets. Nothing. No extra money or very little. Why is that? Because visibility ain't the same thing as getting paid. In order to get paid, your eye needs to be on getting paid. If your objective on going on a podcast as a guest is to get visibility, then that's what you're going to get, visibility. But if your objective on getting on a podcast is to build relationships with the audience and with the host, then that's what you're going to get, relationships with the audience and with the host. And if your objective on going on a show is to create such a compelling narrative that the people that are hurting are going to go, I need to work with this fellow, then you will get people that want to work with you. And that's how you get paid. You need to get booked and get paid. That is the philosophy of Billou. That is the philosophy of the Thought Leader Revolution. That is the philosophy of one who wins at the game of being on podcasts. And you know what the philosophy of people who lose, and by lose, I mean they don't make any money, is? I want visibility. So step number one, if you want to learn how to get booked and get paid on shows, is you need to have a vision that says, I want to get booked and get paid on shows. Step number two is you need to create your appearance as a flowing narrative, a talk that appears to the untrained ear as though it's an organic conversation. And in many respects, it is. But it's also a very carefully crafted organic conversation that's designed to help you get the people that are listening to you to go, oh, I have that problem. I need help with that. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are a business coach and you're going on a podcast, and the host of that podcast is a business owner. And when you get on that show, there's a few things you need to do. First and foremost is you need rapport with the host. Rapport with the host. The host with the most is the one on whose show you're on. So it's important that you build strong rapport with the host. Secondly, you need to lead off every appearance with a very powerful introductory story. And that story has got to just go boom and grab everybody by the throat and get them interested in hearing more. More. It's a story because facts tell, but stories sell. If you want to get paid on shows, you need to tell stories. Stories, facts tell, but stories sell. And that first story, that story has got to be so on point, so real, so authentic, so powerful that everybody listening to it is touched, moved, and inspired by what you have to say. And if you don't do that, if you just go ramble on and yap, you will not get paid. You'll be booked, you'll be on a show, but you won't get paid. You'll get booked and disappear into the ether rather than get booked and get paid. So remember, your intention matters. Secondly, your story that you lead off with matters. And it better be good. And if you want an example of what a story like that ought to sound like, just go into iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts and search the name Nicky Billou. That's me, Nicky Billou. And once you've searched that name, listen to the first 5 or 10 minutes of 4 or 5 podcasts, and you will see in action me building rapport with the host and me telling a powerful lead-off story. It's that simple. So that's part 1 of visibility versus get paid. I'll do part 2 next week and give you some more that you can use on this. Now, if you are keen on learning about how to get booked and get paid, I've got a workshop by that name coming up February 16th and 17th. We'll put the link to that in the show notes. Grab that and let's rock and let's roll. Let's have you be at that workshop, and you can learn all of this over a 2-day period and how you can get booked and get paid by being a guest on other people's podcasts. Bolu out.
This episode has been brought to you by eCircleAcademy.com, the proven system to add 6 to 7 figures a year to your thought leader practice.